Welcome to another episode of Think Out Loud, and today's episode is on thinking too much. So I am a thinker. The reason I named the podcast Think Out Loud is because lots of ideas, thoughts, things buzz through my head at different times of the day, through the night, wake up at 4 a.m. thinking, this could be something that might work, or this strategy might work. I've had a bit of a full-on morning, to be honest, talking business strategy about the company and the company that I work for, Digital Clarity, and adjusting to the current times, the current market, etc. And those types of conversations are full on because you know what you're doing, you know where you've come from, you know the ins and outs of your market and how to diagnose campaigns and run strategies and talk to clients and all this kind of stuff. But when it comes to kind of piecing it together, really looking at the value, sometimes you can get lost in the weeds and sometimes you can overthink it and think too much. And I think I'm one of those people that has a tendency to think too much, if that's a thing, or overthink things or overcomplicate things. And it's exhausting. And I wanted to put it out there because there must be other people who can sit at a desk and feel like they've not really got much done in a day, yet their brain is exhausted. You've barely moved, you've taken a break here and there, done a little stretch, wandered round the back garden, if you're lucky and it's not raining, had your lunch, had a drink, been on Zoom calls possibly, or Teams, or whatever chosen platform it is that you're using. And then you think to yourself, what have I actually achieved? And why the heck am I so exhausted from just thinking? And I did like a recent podcast, the last episode actually, which was on making your brain more productive and drinking water and how the brain is, quite a delicate thing and you need to give it all the right things in order to make it as productive as it can be. And now I'm sat here going, oh, my brain is hurting. It's exhausted. How do I function? How do I think about something else other than what I've just been talking about? How do I shift from multitasks and crack on with those? And it's something that I think managers and CEOs and MDs and C-suites, they don't really talk about that. They don't really tell you that that's a thing. They're kind of leading, and I guess it's perceived as a sign of weakness sometimes to show that you're, mentally tired from making decisions and adjusting strategies and planning for the business and recruiting and hiring and firing and paying bills and planning incomes and focusing on sales and strategizing with your marketing teams and all these different things. They all are so complicated and there's not always a right answer, and you may have tried things and they haven't worked, and you may have gone back to old things that you felt worked better and now they don't work, or you may have made some bad decisions when it comes to hiring people that just haven't worked out. It could be that you lost that last deal you thought it was in and it wasn't. It slipped through your fingers for some reason. And all of those things, all of those factors in your daily decision-making process, they're having an impact on you. They knock your confidence, but you can't show it. You need to be confident because you're the MD or you're the director or you're the head of marketing. You feel exhausted because you've been trying to juggle all these different things and make things work and and encourage people and motivate people. And that's tiring. It's tiring waking up in the morning and going, God, I feel very tired today. My brain is exhausted, but I've got to get the team on side. So I wanted to just discuss that and voice it and say, hey, if there's anyone out there that has those days, or today is one of those days for you, I think it's okay. That's normal. I think it would be abnormal if you weren't feeling that way, or if everything runs smoothly. You've got to have ups and downs. There's going to be peaks and troughs. If there weren't bad days, there wouldn't be good days. So I thought it was quite an interesting subject that was whizzing around my mind that I wanted to share, because today my brain is frazzled. Catch you next week for another episode of Think Out Loud. Bye-bye.